Sup YouTube, we're back. Another raw, unedited video. I'm loving these and you guys are loving them too. So I'm going to talk about today how to start trading stress-free. So if you're having this you're going to the markets and you're super stressed out all the time, you're nervous to take trades, you don't back yourself and you're forcing trades. You're stressed about trading. This is how you can take a step back and make trading stress-free. So number one I want to talk about is picking no trade days. So today was a great example. I was on the charts for about 20 minutes. So I come into the day and I looked on the news. What was the news? About 15 minutes after market open, there was PMI news. And then 30 minutes after market open, there was Richmond Manufacturing Index news. And then 1 hour after market open, Trump was going to speak. Of course, he was late. And then Powell was going to speak 2 hours after market open. So what do? I'm looking at the market. It opens. It's already choppy. I get off. There's no point forcing a trade when you don't need to take a trade for the day. And this takes so much stress out of trading because you simply don't think about when you're in a trade and you shouldn't have taken a trade, how stressful that is. It's so much less stress when you can just sit back and go, oh, I'm not going to take a trade. Go back to sleep. I think something that's underrated as well, trading the New York session in Australia, obviously you're trading at nighttime, you're pretty tired. So sitting through choppy price action or a very choppy trade, it's tiring. And I don't want to do that. So I've got more inclined to come back to bed instead of sitting through a terrible trade. So that's something that's really underrated for us as well, trading at nighttime. Because we are tired at that time, I tend to not feel like sitting through 3 hours of shitty price action. I'm kind of on the charts for an hour. If it's moving, cool, I take a trade. If it's not, I just don't trade. So that's how I come into today. I use all the news, and when the market opened, I could tell the price was just not moving in my favor. So I got off. And what do I know? I wake up, traders are getting chopped up in the market, and I stayed out of the market. And that's the difference between profitability and not. So let's get on to another one of how to make trading stress-free. Stop making trading your life. You have to step back and actually enjoy life for what it is. When you get caught up in, trading, that's all you're thinking about. It makes it stressful because that's all you're thinking about. Take up another hobby. During the day, don't go on the charts when you're at work. Don't make trading your life. You have to sit back and realize the more you fixate on trading, the more stressful it's going to be because all you're thinking about is trading. So that's a big one as well. Step back. You probably don't realize how much you're on your charts when you shouldn't be. When you're at work on smoko break, you pull up TradingView. Just get off TradingView, bro. You're at work, you're not taking a trade, you don't need to be on the charts. So step back a little bit, and that's going to help your trading a lot more as well. Another thing to make stress-free trading is not relying on the income. So if you are making no money from trading and you do not have a job, this is going to make it stressful because you're relying on trading and making it work. This is a big no-no. You're going to be forcing trades. You're going to be trading days that you don't need to be trading, and this is going to make it very stressful, and you'll probably quit because of how stressful trading will become because you're relying on the income from something that you're not even making money from yet. So that's a big one as well. Another one is look to not trade. So when I come into the markets, I'm looking to not take a trade. I'm looking at things to not take a trade. So when the market opens, is it manipulating and it's not really expanding in a certain direction. So how I trade the R8 model is continuations. So I'm looking for a continuation of a trend. That's how I trade. So if the market is consolidating, what's the point of taking a trade? I'm looking at reasons why I don't take a trade. If it's inversing a 1 minute gap to the upside and then inversing a 1 minute gap to the downside and then inversing it back to the upside, this is manipulation. This is chop. There's no point taking a trade. Just stand back and go, okay, I'm not going to take a trade today. And you realize that taking less trades is going to make trading so stress-free. I don't even stress anymore. I just hop on and go, if I get a trade, I do. If I don't, I don't. And that's made my trading insanely stress-free. Like I don't even worry about the charts anymore at all. Like I just hop on, I sit down at my computer, I mark out my draws on liquidity, and I put in the Discord, and I sit back on my phone and scroll TikTok. It's as simple as that. So going back on less time on the charts, set a time limit. So my time limit is 9:30 a.m. EST, so this is New York time, to about 11 a.m. This is going to get my 2 macros if you macro trade. And anything past that, I don't really want to be involved. That's nearly past the 1 a.m. mark my time. And I just don't want to be on the markets for any longer than that. So that's my time limit. I've got a time limit. If it goes past that, I go back to bed. And this reduces stress a lot because if you don't find a trade in there, you just hop off. It's very simple. So if you trade London session, let's say you set your time limit from 5 to 7. If there's no trade in that time bracket, you're done. And then that means, right, you're not racing home from work to get on the charts at 4 because you only trade from 5 o'clock. So you can go to gym at 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, get home, and you can take your time. And then after 7 o'clock, you've got time to do other things, meal prep, do whatever you need, go gym then. And this will incline stress-free trading, 100%, because there's a barrier on how much you can trade. You've set your rules and you stick to your rules, and it's actually easier sticking to your rules than not. And you'll get to this point when you keep breaking your rules and you go, damn, I'm just going to follow my rules. And once you do, you're like, oh, this is a lot easier than, stay on the charts for 7 hours and you force 8 trades. You should just not trade it at all. So if you introduce any of these things that I just said into your trading, I guarantee you will get better results. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.